Hey there. Hey, her eyes are up here, dude. I don't blame you, they're huge, and I'm sure she doesn't mind. Wait, why does a cyborg need huge honkers? Why do they need to have heavy artillery? Isn't it just extra weight? And doesn't it get in the way in the line of duty? Why are there only female Nikkes anyway? Well, that one I can answer easily. During the conversion process, males always get an error message, and then they go insane and die. Turns out the nymph nanomachines cooperate only with females, and even they have a low survival rate. So why isn't anyone talking about why the typical Nikke has a massive chest? Well, besides milking clams from the goon skin, allow me to indulge you with some fantasy. I think there is a more practical usage of Nikke melons for combat purposes. The first theory is that it's meant for life support and power reservation. These cannons can house energy cores or generators to sustain high output activities like wielding weapons or powering shields. Or it could store an internal filtration or self-repair system which would make Nikkes more sustainable in harsh environments like the commander's bedroom. This video is sponsored by Blue. Theory 2. One acts as a heat sink and the other acts as a cooling system. High-performance Nikkes like Red Hood or Helm, and definitely not like Troni, would generate an immense amount of heat during their burst. This makes sense that during high outputs, one bod performs as a heat dissipation unit and the other serves as a thermal venting system to radiate heat away from critical areas like the core processor. Man, that would be really nice to have for those random boners you get, like at your buddy's wedding. Theory 3. Because many Nikkes wield heavy weapons or equipment, it makes sense that a large chest is designed to adjust the center of gravity for better balance and stability. If a heavy machine gun is mounted on the back or arms, an L cup could help counterbalance the weight. Stability could be ensured during combat when Nikkes endure concussive forces by equipping shock-absorbing materials meant to cushion blows. Theory 4. It's straight up meant for armor and damage mitigation. In a more defensive role, a larger chest could be covered in heavily reinforced armor to protect vital systems. Of course, they would be allowed to deactivate this armored mode just in case they want a commander to stay frosty. In terms of mitigation, the chest could be used as a storage for redundancy, that is, a place to keep backup processors and auxiliary power units. This would allow the Nikke to continue operation even after sustaining critical damage. Theory 5. Buoyancy. Most Nikkes cannot traverse water, save for the Aegis Squad and Rosanna's swimsuit form, which she specifically asked to be tailored for surfing. The only practical use of having a large chest for these guys, besides being mankind's greatest treasure, is to make them into flotation devices. That's all. The final theory, to mimic a real human body as closely as possible. Mind switch is really bad. It happens in quite a few ways, but one way it could happen is when the Nikke has an existential crisis, or in other words, they stop feeling like a human. Just how Nikkes mimic humans by sleeping or eating, even if they don't need to, it's to ensure they don't go crazy and turn truly into a mindless robot. This is the same for how they feel about their body. Some Nikkes retain memories of themselves as a human, so it makes sense that if they have giant titties back then, they should have them now. Also, it'd be hilarious if a Nikke had a mind switch because their chest or butt was too small compared to their original body. Devs, you better be taking notes. I'm giving a freebie here. So let's be honest. The larger chest designs of most Nikkes are clearly an aesthetic choice by the game devs. None of you guys playing the game have any problem with that. But you have to admit, it is interesting that they might serve a more practical usage, like shock absorption. So Commander, the next time you see your favorite Nikke, make sure to properly thank them for their service. No, not like that.